2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
And our coverage tonight at the American Airlines Center, where the Dallas Mavericks will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for the Warriors, they'll look to attack, but with efficiency. They want to push the action, but they also want to make the most out of their possessions. They feel that's the key to being competitive on a consistent basis. Get ready for some explosive highlights. Kenny, just how incredibly athletic are guys in the modern era?
I mean, we've had our guys with their fair share of athleticism, but could you imagine LeBron James playing in the 60s or the 70s or Giannis? Every decade, the athleticism just gets ratcheted up.
Yeah, but you look back at Michael Jordan and the great Allen Iverson, or even further back to David Thompson and Dr. J.
Yes.
Those guys would still be top athletes in the game if they played today.
Time for tip-off as we send it over to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
A stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Russell and Thompson, the perimeter. Green and Cauley-Stein are down low. And it's Curry in at the point. And for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Luka Doncic out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position. Big conference rivalry tonight, Chris. Think back to some of your legendary bouts between, say, your Sacramento team and the LA Lakers.
Oh, man, my ears are ringing right now. I got the cowbells ringing in my ears just from you saying that. But
pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, it was awesome. But it's not just another game. The pride is involved. It's about your standings in the conference. And also, it's about fan bragging rights. So for us, you know, it was like the Battle of California. We wanted people in Sacramento to be able to walk around in L.A. and say, hey, we're the best right now.
Now, Brunson, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Just 3 to shoot. Porzingis can't hit. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Here's Thompson. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit. Well, and Kevin, this Warriors team, they just have a wealth of stars. Nothing can equal the roster from last season, though. But they legitimately had an all-star at every position for a bit.
Now, here is Russell. With some arc, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
Oh, that's just a good decision right there by Clay. Gets a little space, takes it himself.
Doncic passes to Hardaway. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis over Cauley-Stein. Porzingis can't hit. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Offensive rebound. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
Doncic finds Hardaway. Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. With the teardrop, and the layup is good.
So shifty with the ball in his hands. Russell changes pace with the best of them.
Here's Doncic. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead, up 2. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. All the great Golden State Warriors scorers, Draymond Green spoke about feeding the hot hand.
I think there are times where one of the guys needs to take more shots, and sometimes where we can be a little bit too unselfish. You know, if one guy thinks, hey, man, I'm taking too many shots, let me get someone else involved. But if you got it going, we all want you to shoot.
And Yeah, why not? Green knows that, Greg, if you're in the zone, keep firing.
And with his unselfishness and vision, Green more often than not is the one setting the table.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Robinson. Alec Burks is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Looney in at the center position. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, it's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling. And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you.
Straight-up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Barea, the pass to right. Back to Barea. Here's the floater. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And a miss there on the triple. Robinson down low. Guarded by Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And that one falls for Robinson. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Luka Doncic. And Curry subbed in for J.J. Barea. Different look here for the Warriors. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Looney. Green comes in for Alfonso McKinney. Thompson, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Russell in for Curry. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Cauley-Stein's shot is good.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Now here's Porzingis. No points in the game yet for him. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Brunson finds Porzingis over Cauley-Stein. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Porzingis.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Warriors lead by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. Well, for the Warriors, Kenny, some perspective, please.
So far, I love their commitment on the glass. Even when they were playing well, their rebounding remained a priority. And so far, the other side hasn't matched their efforts.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
You know, they haven't shot the ball very well. Not nearly enough quality looks. Right now, this game could easily come down to shot selection and how they run their offense. They need to keep the ball moving and generate better looks.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year we're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids to play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with the team.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Porzingis, Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. Then there's Luka Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Golden State moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Green. No good on the shot. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end, Greg, cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Here's Brunson. The shot misses. Curry with some nice D.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
Now here's Cauley-Stein. Thompson inside the line. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Well, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Thompson against Doncic. Good D by Thompson.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Now Russell. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Russell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Warriors leading by 8. And Golden State looking at who they've got. McKinney and Green at the 3 and the 4. Alec Burks is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Looney in at the 5 spot. And that one's good. Russell's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Warriors. Wright looking around. Pass to Porzingis. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Burks, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for foul. The Warriors also with a sub. Curry's checked in for Alfonso McKinney. Here's Looney. 1:16 left in the fourth. Clock at 6. Fades and shoots. And Wright pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 11. Passes to Kleber. And here is Doncic. Outside, Porzingis. That three off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Curry. Top of the key, Looney. Outside, Russell. From deep. And the Warriors miss again.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.